My name is Christina. I'm your librarian here at Christina's Bookshelf, and today I am talking to you about Orchard of the Flesh by Christian Baines, published by Boldstroke Books. What I want to say is I love it when the title of a book like foreshadows the book. Like the premise of the book, the subject matter, the bottom line of this story is in the title. And I can see wheels turning and people's imaginations going on what the Orchard of the Flesh could actually mean. And honest to God, I don't think you're ever gonna get it. The Orchard of the Flesh is book 2 in the Arcadia Trust series. I'm going to let you know now, I did not read book 1. Oops. But Christian promised that you didn't need book 1 to read book 2. So I said, okay, you honestly don't need to read book 1. It is kind of a standalone for book 2. Christian does a really good job of kind of like highlighting some things that happen in book 1 so you have an understanding of what's going on in book 2 and regarding certain situations. I do want to go back though and read book 1 because I want some details on some things. Plus, the story was so amazing. Before I tell you how much I absolutely loved this story, let me tell you a little bit what it's about before you like Christina. I'm glad you liked it. I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm on it. We have Raylan, who is a 150-year-old vampire. Bloodshade. We don't use the V word in polite society. Raylan is a 150-year-old bloodshade. He is one of the main characters of the story. Another one we have is Yorgis, who is a fleshmaster. Also, for most of us, we would call him a werewolf, but he's a fleshmaster. And then we have Brett, who is Raylan's mannequin. And what that entails is that Raylan saved his life, gave him some blood, and now he's, in order to live, essentially he's kind of dead, but he's not a bloodshade. He just needs Raylan's blood to survive. But he's kind of this really cool just combination of both worlds. You're dead essentially, but you're not dead because you can still eat and you can still drink and you can still be outside in the sun. But you, in order to survive, you do need that vampire's blood. So I thought it was really awesome to see that combined world. So many people want to be vampires. But this is a really awesome possibility for somebody that says, but I want to sit out and sunbathe. You can be a mannequin. How awesome. Okay, we're going to move forward now. There is this woman who used to be a nun by the name of Patricia Baker, and she is the leader of the Arcadia Trust. And she sends Ross, who was a protege of Raylan, over to get him kind of motivated to do this job for her, to break into this vacant building that's in a really bad part of Sydney. Because like people are missing. They've just up and poof, they're gone. Love when these books have this, and I'm gonna say this, it's like the main story here, the main event, the main dish on your plate, the meat of this book. Missing people, what's going on, who can be trusted, the Arcadia Trust or Colin, who is one of the oldest bloodshades in Sydney. It's a mystery, it's kind of a little thriller. I was sitting on the edge of my seat a lot of the time. I mean, Christian would get me like right there and then nicely take me over and I would start to calm, but I never got completely calm. Not even after the last sentence of the book was I just, I don't want to say it's a cliffhanger, so to speak, but honestly it kind of is. And once I was done, I was just like, what the hell? It was so good. I loved it all. Okay, back again. So you have the meat of the story being that. And then you have side dishes. Some of these side dishes, we have Raylan and Yorgis and Raylan and Brett and the friendships that is between, you know, Raylan, Ross, and Isabel. And these are little things that are sprinkled around the main dish, but it's not the main premise of the story. So if you're coming in here and you're like, yeah, what I want is some hot section, okay, you're gonna get some. But remember, that is just one of the side dishes to the main event. Orchard of the Flesh. It is going to get quite disturbing. It is going to kind of eat at your consciousness, delve a little bit into your soul. It is nasty at parts, but so my eyes were just like, oh my gosh, 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 oh my gosh. I was riveted. You could not pull me away. I can't tell you how many times I might have accidentally taken an extended lunch because I was just so engrossed in this story. There were times when I felt bad for Raylan because he's trying to be diplomatic with Patricia at the Arcadia Trust, but Can you really trust Patricia? And he's trying to be diplomatic with Colin. Can you really trust Colin? He's got to save and protect his mannequin. He wants to save and protect Yorgos because there's this bond there that he just quite doesn't understand. So much going on. And then there's like this ultimate betrayal. The Orchard of the Flesh by Christian Baines, published by Bold Stroke Books. 5 amazing, glorious, like everything I could possibly get it. And not just 5, like 5 of everything. You want 5 stars? Bam, you got it. You want 5 hot dudes? Bam, 5 hot dudes. 5 Bloodshades, 5 Blushmasters, 5 anything you want. 5 of it for the Orchard of the Flesh. So good. Here's the thing with this book right now. If you're just an Amazon person, it doesn't come out until August 16th, 2016. What I always ask of people though is please, please, please go to Bold Stroke Books website. I will leave the link down below. Make yourself a profile. It's already out via the website. So if you see this and you like it, go to the website, order it. You can be reading it now versus waiting. Plus, 1, you're supporting a small publisher. 2, author gets more money. 3, Amazon gets none. And you're reading it now. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here today, please like, you can leave a comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would like to be one of those people that say, look for a video every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I will probably never be that. I am spontaneous, and that's kind of how I like it to be. If you subscribe, then you will know immediately when something is posted. See the genius behind it? Also, if you've enjoyed what you've seen here, I'm going to leave some stalker links down below to my Facebook profile page and Twitter. If you have an arc or a book you'd like me to read, I will also leave my email address down for you. Orchard of the Flesh by Christian Baines, published by Bold Stroke Books, 5 stars. Bye. Hi, my name is Christina, and I'm your librarian here with Christina's Bookshelf, and today I'm going to discuss with you A Time to Rise by Tal Bauer. This is Tal's second book. I want it to be not confused with Enemies of the State. It is not a continuation of that series. This is completely new, and it falls into fantasy. So A Time to Rise is about the Swiss Guard, which is the smallest army in the world, and it is to take care of the Pope. They are centered around the Vatican, and they go wherever the Pope goes. Or who we have now is we have Elaine Ottenberg, who is a member of the